Alright, man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy JR Reigns coming at y'all, boo. It's your boy JR Reigns coming at you guys with another video. Now, look, we got a simple video. We'll get straight into it. I'm a little bit under the weather. Got my halls, you know what I'm saying? Got my water, got my hydration, all that. But before I get into this video, guys, do me a favor. Drop a like. Drop a comment and subscribe, guys. When you guys subscribe, hit the notifications bell and turn all notifications on so whenever I upload, you guys will be notified. Let's get straight into this video, man.
September 2022. A small hotel room, a single bed, a dim screen flickering in the dark. Inside, a teenager sits alone, his face illuminated by the glow of a TV. No expensive setup, no powerful machines. Just a Fire Stick, a smartphone, and hotel Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, outside these walls, the street is quiet. But if you listen closely, you can hear them coming. A convoy of unmarked vehicles pulls up near the entrance. Officers step out, speaking in whispered voices. British cybercrime specialists, FBI agents. They've spent days looking for him, and tonight, they finally have him. 8:30 p.m. The team moves in, ready for action.
And I just gotta say this too, bro. The only people that should still be getting caught by this cyber attack stuff, it should only be kids and teenagers like this that are smart enough to even get this far on the internet. Because if you're a grown man and you have any kind of common sense, you know at some point you will be tracked down. So other than the fact of you being a kid and you just not knowing any better, you not having the right guidance to ensure you don't do something so stupid, there's no possible way that grown men should even still be getting in trouble for getting hacked, you know, for doing hacking. Because it's like, come on, you guys know you're gonna get tracked down at some point, you know what I mean? So
they reach the door. Then, no answer.
He needs some milk.
A few seconds pass before the door slams open. Armed officers rush in. Before the teenager can react, he's forced to the ground, cuffed. His devices are seized, bagged, and tagged within seconds. But he doesn't resist. It's almost as if he was expecting this. To officers, he's just some kid playing hacker. What they don't know is that just days ago, he had access to something that should have been impossible. And that impossible access led to one of the biggest leaks in gaming history. What's even crazier, this wasn't even his first time. But how did a teenager with no advanced setup bring
18-year-old hacker who leaked footage of the unreleased video game? Oh, there was a GTA 6 leak. There was a GTA 6 leak. With the girl, if you guys don't know, I think her name is Lucia. There was a gameplay leak of that. Maybe it was sometime last year. I don't know, but I don't know if this is the reason why they keep pushing the game back. But it's very unfortunate. It's very annoying. But man, this is crazy.
A billion-dollar company to its knees? To answer that, we have to go back to where it all began. It started with a simple game.
Oh.
Minecraft. Like millions of kids, he was hooked. Late nights, endless hours, lost in digital worlds, exploring, crafting, and battling in PvP arenas. But for him, it wasn't just a game. It was war. And he was losing, over and over again. He wasn't the strongest, nor the fastest. No matter how hard he tried, victory always out of reach. So he found another way. If he couldn't win fairly, he'd rewrite the rules. He began searching for loopholes, exploits, ways to flip the game in his favor. At first, it was just small tricks, simple cheats to give himself an edge.
See, this is where hacking stems from, right? People that are just sore losers, bro. Like, and I get sometimes the games are bad, so that is fair. Sometimes the games are bad, and then you got players. If you're in the gaming world, oh damn, hold on. If you're in the gaming world, you understand, you know, it could get toxic, but the hacking, it always stems from a place to like maybe you start losing, and you know, it just ends up getting out of control, man. Like,
but then took things further. He started learning how Minecraft servers worked, how data was transmitted, how security could be bypassed. At just 11 years old, a boy with autism living in the UK was about to take his first steps down a path that would lead to one of the biggest hacks in gaming history.
And I gotta say too, I really think they just be diagnosing people with the A word for no reason sometimes. Obviously, sometimes it is a real diagnosis, and other times they just, want to tag it on people.
His name was Arian Kurtaj. But back then, Arian wasn't thinking about hacking billion-dollar companies. He just wanted recognition. When he discovered a vulnerability in a popular Minecraft server, he didn't use it to destroy. Instead, he reached out to the developers, asking if they had a rewards program for reporting exploits. The response was a polite but firm no. A simple rejection, but this moment was the turning point. A kid with a talent for breaking systems realized one thing. If the rules wouldn't reward him, he'd rewrite them. And that's exactly what he did.
Hey.
He went deeper into underground forums, learning from others who had mastered the art of hacking. By 15, he had learned something that would change his life forever.
Hey, if these companies actually rewarded these guys that are actually talented for helping them out with their game, we would avoid more of these problems. But these companies are so greedy with their money that it just forces people. You're not forced to do something illegal, but at the end of the day, it's like the system is broken. So it's like, you got these guys out here that are able in the community that are able to actually figure out these issues within a game, but then there's no rewards program for them doing it. So it's just like, then the consumers are gonna have to deal with that product anyways, right? And it's just like, it's not making sense there. So I don't know.
Sim swapping and selling.
I can see why some of them take that route.
Sim swapping was a favorite tool of crypto hackers. High-value accounts, like bank accounts and crypto wallets, weren't just locked behind passwords. They also required phone number verification. Hackers found their way around this by gathering personal details about their targets, calling the victim's mobile carrier, and pretending to be them. With enough convincing, they could get the carrier to transfer the victim's phone number to a new SIM card, one that the hackers controlled. From there, breaking into accounts, wallets, and emails was child's play. But Arian didn't stop at just SIM swapping. He also discovered zero-day exploits, unknown security vulnerabilities in software or hardware. At just 15 years old, he was pulling data from leaked account databases, finding cryptocurrency holders, and using SIM swapping.
It is known that the boy successfully stole cryptocurrency worth almost 100,000 USD by performing SIM swaps on phone users after they hacked the servers of BT and EE.
To drain their wallets. He also sold critical zero-day exploits in underground forums. The result was a fortune. By the time he was 16, he had already hacked his way to over 300 Bitcoin, worth an incredible $27 million. For a socially isolated teenager with autism, the internet had given him a level of power few could imagine. He had wealth, he had knowledge, and most importantly, he had control. And soon, that hunger for control would lead him to something even bigger. But Arian understood that hacking alone would only get him so far. He needed a team, and at just 16, he formed a hacker group, Infinity Recursion.
You're gonna form a team?
A small team, mostly young hackers from Brazil, targeting smaller companies and websites. But they weren't making much of an impact. Their attacks were low profile, their earnings minimal, and soon frustration set in. Disagreements tore the group apart within months. From the ashes of Infinity Recursion, he handpicked a few loyal members and created something new, Lapsus. This time, the goal wasn't just hacking, it was fear. Arian understood that to make an impact, they had to be loud. Their first major move was taking down Brazil's Ministry of Health. Once inside, they didn't just deface the site. They wiped out access to basic health services and replaced it with a ransom page. The message was clear. Pay up, or 50 terabytes of stolen data goes public. It worked. News spread. The name Lapsus was out in the world. But one hit wasn't enough. They targeted Portugal's biggest media company, then a major Brazilian car rental service. The attacks were bold, but in a world where thousands of sites get hacked every day, they weren't enough. They needed something bigger, something unforgettable that would terrify governments and corporations. That's when Lapsus turned its attention to US and UK companies. Their first major international target was Okta, a massive cybersecurity firm. The irony was undeniable. Hackers breaching a company.
Sorry, man. I'm getting real into this, man. Make sure y'all boys drop a like, comment, subscribe, man. Especially, drop y'all comments down below, man. Like, have y'all ever learned how to hack before? You know what I'm saying? They don't keep it cordial. But yo, this is wild, bro.
Company designed to protect against cyber threats. Then they took it further, attacking British telecommunications giant BT Group and stealing massive amounts of user data. They demanded a $4 million ransom in exchange for the stolen information. At just 16 years old, Arian had made Lapsus one of the most feared hacker groups in the world. Determined to solidify his status, he made a critical mistake. He purchased Doxbin, an infamous website known for hosting leaked personal data, for $120,000. But Arian was not a businessman. Within 2 months, he had managed the site so poorly that KT bought it back from Arian for $24,000. Furious and humiliated, Arian retaliated. He hacked Doxbin, stole its databases, and leaked all its user data. But this reckless act backfired terribly. In response, the Doxbin community turned against him. They leaked his real identity, exposing every detail about his personal life.
Come on, see, you can't do that. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. You try to go get the damn site, right? You brought it for 120K. Don't know why. You weren't gonna be able to manage anything. You already had a group that got broken down, made a group called Lapsus after that of 2 extra loyal guys. Not really the greatest manager. The site you couldn't handle. You lose a big profit because you have to sell it back for 24K. And then you try to hack those same guys. That's not the kind of website you want to try to hack. So clearly it backfired on him here immediately, you know? Like,
it was of him with his family. Suddenly, Arian wasn't an anonymous hacker anymore. He was the focus of a global manhunt. With his identity exposed, law enforcement, rival hackers, and even criminals he had crossed were all after him. Eventually, the police caught up with him, but Arian had planned for this. His money trail was hard to trace. His digital footprint was almost non-existent. Out of the $27 million he had stolen, they could only prove he had $100,000. Legally, their hands were tied. So instead of prison, they gave him a 1-month ban from computers. Fresh out of custody, Arian didn't waste time. He was back at it, pulling off even bigger hacks.
What the
this
hell?
Time, he and Lapsus had their sights on Nvidia. They broke into the tech giant, stealing everything related to the then upcoming 3090 Ti. Production data, chipset details, confidential.
So he steals. This is why some people crash out. This guy steals $27 million and they only can prove that he stole 100K. I mean, wow. And then he gets a 1-month computer ban. What the fuck? Man, we live in... I'm blessed to live in the States, but sometimes it's just like, what is even going on? At times, it's just like, wow. I'm almost at a loss of words, man. Right, let's read this. This week's Nvidia confirmed it was breached by threat actors who reportedly stole sensitive company information, totaling approximately 1 terabyte, including details of all latest GPUs by the company. The theft occurred following a cyber attack last week by a relatively new ransomware group, Lapsus, who are now leaking the data online.
Millions of dollars worth of secrets. But they weren't stopping there. Next was Microsoft. They leaked 37 gigabytes of Microsoft's source code and systems.
Of course.
Then Samsung, another major hit.
They're going after major...
But strangely, despite all this chaos, real harm wasn't being done. At least not financially. It was a game of flexing power, proving that no one was truly safe. Lapsus had gotten too big. The FBI officially listed them among their most wanted cyber criminals. And that's when everything changed. March 24th, 2022.
Once them feds get involved, woo! Once the feds get involved, ooh, you asked for it. Woo!
Arian and 6 Lapsus members were arrested.
Them
again.
feds get involved?
By now,
Ooh.
anytime a major hack hit the news, the police would drag Arian in, question him, then release him due to his age. But this time, it was different. The FBI was involved. They took Arian from his home and placed him in room 15 of a travel hotel. No internet, no devices, just 4 walls and constant surveillance. Meanwhile, the FBI dissected Lapsus's methods, expecting advanced hacking techniques. Instead, they found something shocking. Arian and his team weren't sophisticated hackers at all. They were just bribing employees at major companies, paying their way into systems. The FBI thought they had cracked the case. They thought it was over.
What the hell? There's some snakes inside the grass. There's some snakes inside the grass. Ooh.
But Arian wasn't done.
There's some
He had
snakes
one more
inside
job
the
to do.
grass.
One last hack that would make sure his name was never forgotten. One morning, he slipped out of the hotel unnoticed. He walked into a nearby store and bought 3 things: an Amazon Fire Stick, a wireless keyboard, and a mouse. It didn't look like much, but in the right hands, it was a powerful weapon. He returned to his room, turned the hotel TV into a makeshift computer, and connected to his hidden virtual machine. His target was Rockstar Games, a company with millions in security, a team of experts protecting their data. He crafted a simple email, pretending to be a Rockstar employee who had forgotten his password. Incredibly, someone fell for it. Just like that, Arian was inside Rockstar's system. The full
You mean to tell me it's that easy? Listen, man, a lot of these employees that work for these companies, man, there's always snakes inside there, but there's always rats in there. Even in your circle, there's always rats around you. There's always snakes around you. There's always people that don't think too fond of you. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be careful, man, especially when you're in these big companies, man. It's just like, bro, these kinds of things don't happen out of nowhere and for no reason. It happens because there's a lot of snakes inside the grass. There's a lot of rats inside the grass. So these things will happen. So
full GTA 5 source code, early
wow.
GTA 6 development files, 90.
Is it hard to believe that it's been over 2 years since the infamous Grand Theft Auto 6 leak, which saw over 90 videos from the game's development leaked online? Crazy. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm wondering if that is what's causing for the pushback. I don't know. If so, I'll be a little bit upset, but hopefully that just makes the game be more polished, but you never know.
Test clips. He had everything, and he didn't keep it to himself. Under the name Teapot Uber Hacker, Arian dumped it all onto GTA forums.
50 minutes of footage.
At first, some thought it was fake. One day and 9 hours later, Rockstar confirmed the worst. It was real. Rockstar panicked.
Hold on.
Rockstar.
A message from Rockstar Games. We recently suffered a network intrusion in which an unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from our systems, including early development footage. Footage for the next Grand Theft Auto. At this time, we do not anticipate any disruption to our live game services, nor any long-term effect on the development of our ongoing projects. We are extremely disappointed to have any details of our next game shared with you all in this way. Our work on the next Grand Theft Auto game will continue as planned, and we remain as committed as ever to delivering an experience to you, our players, that truly exceeds your expectations. Exceeds. We will update everyone again soon, and of course, we'll properly introduce... Wait, what the... Hold on. We'll update everyone again soon, and of course, we'll properly introduce you to this next game when it is ready. We want to thank everyone for their ongoing support through this situation, the Rockstar Games team. So, yeah, the hack was real. It wasn't a joke.
Rockstar confirmed the worst. It was real. Rockstar panicked. The FBI got involved. Takedown notices were everywhere, but it was too late. The world had already seen it. The FBI stormed Travel Hotel, surrounding the building. They breached room 15, finding Arian sitting there, staring at the TV. This time, his age wouldn't save him. Lying on the ground, handcuffed, guns pointed at him. Arian had done it. He had leaked GTA 6 right under the FBI's nose.
What the hell?
Arian always wanted to be a legend, and, in a way, He got exactly what he wanted. But his story didn't end with handcuffs. The evidence was undeniable. Fraud, hacking, blackmail. He was guilty on all counts. But instead of prison, the system had other plans. Due to his complex autism, he was sent to a high-security psychiatric hospital. As of today, he's still locked away. No one knows when or if he'll ever walk free. But here's what's terrifying. Before he vanished behind locked doors, he reportedly told the authorities, "One day, I'll be back." And what comes next?
Mr. Barry and Kurtage was involved to a deeper extent than a 17-year-old and has vowed to carry on hacking if he is let out of jail. Mr. Kurtage is determined to commit further offenses if he gets the opportunity to do so. That determination is undimmed by spending time in custody over the last year.
Next will be even bigger. Is it just empty words or a warning we should take seriously? Only time will tell.
All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for the video. Very, very strange stuff. Yeah, man. Moral of the story is, man, nothing safe. Watch your back, watch your surroundings, watch the grass, because there might be some snakes in there. And also these companies, man. Again, sometimes it seems a little bit too easy to get some access to these things, man. I don't think these people are that dumb. Are mistakes made sometimes? Yeah, but far too often we're seeing these employees that just somehow end up mistakenly giving up information or whatever, you know what I mean? But they said it within the video. There was a lot of bribing going on, things like that. So yeah, man, I mean, you give somebody some money underneath the table, they'll take it and then they'll betray you. So that's what goes on with these companies sometimes. But yeah, guys, if y'all enjoyed this video, you guys want to see more reaction videos on gaming, because that's all I'm gonna be doing on this channel. You know, with reactions, it'll only be pertaining to gaming. Let me know by leaving a like on this video. Also, guys, I have a bunch of different channels. Show some support. All the channels are in the link in the description, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next video, man. Peace.
Gang, they cannot do it like him. Nobody shooting like him.